Hello and welcome to the video. I'm Jimmy the Mower, and today we're going to be here looking at this brand new Hyundai 40 volt lawnmower. So we had this brand new Hyundai lawnmower delivered a couple of days ago, and I've just got home from work and I'm going to get the chance to get it out of the box, charge it up and give it a blast around the lawn. So without further ado, let's get it open and see what we've got inside. And surprise, surprise, it's a lawnmower. Right, let's have a look. There's a battery charger, it says on the box. There's a battery, it says on the box. This is the grass box. Already assembled by the looks of it, that's always a bonus. And then, we've got a couple of other bits and pieces. We've got a thank you. You have planted one tree brochure and some instructions, and there's a few bits and pieces in there. I think there might be the locking nuts for the folding handle, and we've got the actual lawnmower itself. So let's pick it out of the box and see what we've got to do. Okay then, so everything's unpacked. The first thing we need to do is get the battery charger, which is a big chunky thing here, and get the battery and put that in and get it to charge. Now there's 4 slots on the back and 4 prongs on there, so it just slots in easily, he says, fumbling around, slots in easily. Oh, that's why, because I've got it upside down. Always have Hyundai facing upwards and then you can't go wrong, can you? Right, so that slots in easily like that, and then you just plug the lead into the mains electric, and on the other end we've got one of these old pins. Now this is like a kettle adapter. If you're as old as me, you'll remember it. And that just plugs into there, and we plug it into a normal 13 amp plug and it will charge the battery. I have checked this and it's on 75% at the moment, but it doesn't harm it just to charge it up a little bit more so we can have a good demonstration of it cutting the grass. With these lithium-ion batteries, they don't have any memory on there, so a part charge doesn't really affect them. You can charge them up fully, half charge, quarter charge, whatever you want. Every time you plug it in, it's just charging from new. So there's no memory in there. It's always great, and they're always full when you come back to them. They lose very, very little charge over time. So I'll go and pop this on charge, and then we'll come back and put them over together. So now the battery's on charge, we'll have a look at the rest of the stuff in the pack. We've got 2 handles here. They go on either side, there and there, and that allows the handle to fold and then fold again. So you can double fold it down, and it's really neat and compact, and it'll fit into any sort of shed or little garden storage unit. So that's handy. We've got a couple of clips here. These are for the cable clips. I'm presuming that when this is up and in place, we can clip the cable to the side there, and it just keeps it out of the way and stops it getting tangled up. And then we've got this. This is a red key, and this is to turn the battery on and off. It's located in here, and we've already got one. So there's one in there, and we've got a spare. So that's always handy to have. Keep that somewhere safe, because if you ever take that one out the mower, you're bound to lose it, aren't you? Bound to. Then the only other thing really to show you on here is the height adjustment. And you just move it like this, and you see the mower lifts up, and move it like that, and the mower goes back down. That's as easy as anything really. The mower's light. I should think it's pretty manoeuvrable, but we'll put the handles together and then we'll cut some grass. Now you've got to bear in mind this is fresh laid turf. It's only been down a few weeks. We have cut it a couple of times with a different mower. We need to tidy up around the edges first, and then we'll try and cut it with this and run up and down and see what sort of finish we get. But before we do that, we'll try and put the handles on. Now they go up like this, and they're lock in there and in there. So to enable us to do that, there are some little indicators on this bit, and we can lift the handle up. There's an arrow on there, and we'll put it at this setting, because this is the highest setting and I'm quite tall. So if we put that up on there, and then we can just turn that round and just lock it in, I hope. if it'll lock. I think I've done that too tight. I never know with these handles how tight you should do it beforehand. Right, that's locked in, that's tight. So now we'll do this side and we'll match it up so we've got the same both sides. Oh, that's not tight enough. Oh, and that is tight. Right, so that's the handles up. They're both up, okay? And then this has to go on top. So, and it will sit like that. So with these, you have the same handles as down here. We take these apart, just spin the end off. And you've got the handle and a little round collar and a washer. And these fit on the outside, and that little round collar will mould itself to the bar, but the washer will stop you putting too much pressure on there and breaking it. So that's a good design really. This is always the trickiest bit when you're on your own, threading these in. So if you've got somebody who can help you, that's always great. Oh, and that one's gone in. Tighten that up. Now we don't really tighten these things up much when we first put them on. Just finger tight really, just so we can get everything in the right place. I think that'll just drop. I should have undone this one first, shouldn't I, as well? You'd think after all these years of putting mowers together, I'd know what I was doing. Anyway, this one in here goes through both of those. And then we'll just put this on the inside and lock it up. Now with these, I don't suppose it really matters which way you do it, whether you put these grips on the inside or the outside really. I don't think. It's the same either way, I'm guessing. So now they're on, we can just tighten those up. Ooh, that's it, that's that one done. Have to untighten these a little bit just to be able to squeeze them in. That's it. So there we are, that's locked up. So they're locked up, that's in a good position there. That's locked up, that's locked up. They're not going anywhere. We're happy with that. It's all done. All we've got to do now, oh no, I was raising ahead there. I was going to put the grass box on. I'm excited to have a go with this and see how it works. We'll put these clips on. It's got a little round piece with a little bit cut out on the end. So if we just thread that in and we can put it along, we'll put one about there, I think. If you lift this up on the top, we lift this up and that just takes out any stress on this cable. If you're ever going to have a breakage, it's on this bit here. It is reinforced, but you're putting a lot of stress on there all the time. So if you just give it a bit of slack there, it'll always work well. Then we'll put the other clip on just down there. And I always clip the cable on the inside, run it down the inside. If you walk mowing sort of past any shrubs or anything like that, and it catches the cable, it can pull it out. So if we put it on the inside, we know we're going to be nice and safe. And then that's that. And then just the grass box, fully assembled, which is a bit rare really for mowers. Whenever we get one, it's never really put together. There's just a little bit of plastic to clip on, just a trim around the outside. The trickiest bit with putting these together is squashing this netting through on here. If you've seen other videos and I'm doing that, I'm putting grass boxes together, even after years and years of doing it, they still don't always go first time. It's so hard to fit in. Wind's picking up a bit now as well. Hey, you start these videos on a lovely sunny afternoon and then it starts to cloud over. Hopefully I get a bit of grass cut before it rains. So just put that over. That's your grass box assembled and done. And we've got a grass flap on the back here, and that grass flap, when it's running through, the air's running through and it'll lift this up like that, and that means there's good airflow. When the grass box is full, it'll drop down, and that means there's not much airflow going through. You need to empty the grass out. So to put this on, we just lift up the back and with just two plastic lugs, and it clips on, and that snaps shut, and it's done. That's our mower ready to mow. All we need to do now is grab the battery, pop it in, and see what we can do. Well, we left the battery on charge for about 20 minutes just to get a bit more on it. It still says, oh no, actually it says it's gone up to 4 blocks, so I presume that's pretty much near 100%. I grabbed my strimmer and I just went round the outside and knocked off the long bits where we won't be able to get to with the mower. Now we're just going to put this in and fire the mower up and cut some grass. Before we put this in, I did just try, and it was a bit stiff, and I looked through the manual to see how to do it, and it didn't really explain properly. So I looked on their YouTube video and that didn't explain very well either. So I know it's a new model, but this is the battery and it slides in here. Now Hyundai 40 volt is always upright, and you pop that on there and you feel that just go in, and as it goes in you think, oh, the battery's in, or I could push it in, but it doesn't quite work. And you push that down or turn it to on, push that down, and it won't fire. So what you have to do really, instead of pushing it in, is just try and push it with, drop it with some force. So there you go, and you hear that click. And then if we click it the other way and pull the red lever, that releases the battery and we can take it out. So it'll probably free up a little bit with use, you know. So we just get that in again. That's clicked in, solid in there. We turn the ignition from 0 to 1, so that means it's going to run. Let's have a look at this. Oh, let's check the height first, because this is longish grass. So we'll lift it up. I think if we move it to there, that's about 70 mil. So we should take the top off there, and then we'll just check. There we go. We've got some power to it. So I'll stand up now. I'll just do a couple of lines backwards and forwards, and we'll see how it works. So what do we think about that then? Apart from the poor effort at mowing, where I've missed the strip in the middle, we seem to be dropping grass. It has taken a little bit down, but I don't understand why we're dropping grass. When we were mowing, this wasn't lifting up. The only thing I can think of is maybe there's a blockage underneath. So let's have a look. Take the grass box off. There's nothing in there. And when we look in here, in the back, what I can see is a mulching plug, I think. So why would they put a mulching plug in there and not tell anybody? That's great if you want to mulch grass, but you know, most of us here in the UK decide to collect the grass and bag it off, hence the grass bag. And when the grass is this long, you can't mulch it. So take note of that. There'll be a mulching plug in the back, which is a great bonus, because when we get to the middle of summer and your grass is short, you can cut it and leave it back on top, and it will put the nutrients back into the ground, and it will also hold a bit of moisture in there too, so it will stay greener for longer, unlike your neighbour's grass. So you're always onto a winner there. But I didn't realise that was in. There was nothing in the instructions. Maybe I should have checked first. I just took it for granted that the box would clip on the back, and away we go. Right, I'll put the box back on and we'll go again. Well, that worked a lot better, didn't it? We've collected the grass. Now, there's not much came off it, considering, you know, we've done probably about a quarter of this lawn so far. We've got the grass clippings in there. We have taken a fair length off it, really. There's a fair length off there, but there's not a lot in the grass box. So I should think for this lawn, we might be able to get away with maybe one grass box, or it'll push 2 grass boxes, and that'll be it. We've taken it down a bit, and as I said, it's a new lawn, so we don't take too much off. Really, you need to take no more than about a third off at any time. I normally say about a quarter. If you take a quarter off, water it, leave it for a couple of days, take another quarter off, you know, you won't go far wrong. And then you can see the difference here, you know, with this on there, you can see the difference. So that'll, you can definitely tell that we've cut it. So what I'll do then, I'll just fire it up again and we'll go backwards and forwards. Oh, and firing it up is easy. You've got this button in the middle, and once you press that button, it allows you to lift the levers. You can pull these up and you get nothing at all. It's as if it's disconnected. This is like the safety switch. We push that in, lift this up, and away it goes. Or this one, or both, and as soon as you let go, it stops, and you can't start it again without pressing the safety in. So that's a good feature. And also, you might notice, we've got some stripes, and that's because of the rear roller that we've got at the back. It's tucked away underneath. It's not quite the full width of the mower, and I think that's why I might have missed a few strands when I was going up and down. I get a little bit excited when I see the stripes. So everybody loves a stripe lawn, and you like to see the stripes and you like to see it going up and down. And with these kind of mowers, we normally go in where the wheels are, and we follow the wheel track. So you go wheel track one way, wheel track the other way, and then you're always overlapping slightly and you'll catch the grass. Whereas if it's put the roller striped it a little bit on here, then you try and, the roller width is narrower than the wheels, if that makes sense, and then you tend to leave a bit of grass at the side because you're moving across too much. So it does narrow the cut slightly if you like to stripe it, but that's the payoff really, isn't it? There's no other battery rotary mowers with a rear roller that I know of, so if you like stripes, then this is the one for you. Right, I'm going to fire it up and I'll finish the lawn. If I get so far and the grass box is full, I'll stop it and I'll show you how much is in there. Right, I'll get on. So how about that then? That surprised me, it really has. I know a new mower with a new blade always cuts well, but for a 40 volt battery powered mower on a lawn like this, I wasn't expecting a lot really. But it's cutty, we've got some vague stripes starting to appear. We've got a few tufts and lines there, but that's operator error. That's not the mower, that's me not knowing how to use it properly yet. You take a couple of goes only to be able to line everything up and do it properly. Grass box wise, I said I'd show you. I haven't emptied any out of it, so there we go. If you tip it back, we've probably filled half to 3/4 of a grass box, maybe 2/3 even, but it's a nice clean cut on there as well, good clean cut. So yeah, there's plenty of scope there. You could do a lawn twice this size with this, I suppose. We've got, I did check the battery, hold on a sec, I'll have a little look. Turn it to off like that with a key, lift the little lever and you should hear a click. There you go, and that's your battery out. The battery out, I did check it. We've got 2 blocks left on there, so half the battery power. What's this lawn? 70 square metres, I think, 10 by 7. So 140 square metre lawn on 1 battery, no problem at all. Cut it a bit lower than this, you'll probably use 2 full grass boxes. Man, no trailing cables, no petrol. It says 96 dB, but it seems really quiet to me, really quiet. Compact, lightweight, I mean I can pick that up one-handed, there's, you know, not a lot to it, but saying that, it's tough. Plastic as well, with a nice metal blade on there that's given a great finish, and I think that rear roller is a bonus, I really do. So there you go then, that's the Hyundai 40 volt lithium-ion mower. If you like it, give me a thumbs up, subscribe if you can. If you've got something nice to say, you can pop that in the comments section below. Hey, take a look at my website as well, jimofthemower.com. It's all on there. See me across all the social media, Twitter, Instagram, TikTok even now, we've got the lot. Thanks again for watching, I really do appreciate it. I'm Jim of the Mower, I'll catch you on the next one.